Shall we get this started? I think we can do, yeah, I think we're ready to go. Hello guys, welcome to the stream once again for a beautiful Wednesday's League here in the IFRL Racing League. We take you here for our first season to round 3 to a debut track actually on the IFRL Racing calendar, which is going to be the beautiful circuit of Losail, if I pronounce correctly, Losail in Qatar. So yeah, it's a pretty nice track actually to drive. I've just driven like a few solid laps to get a bit of a rhythm in the track and to get to know the track a bit better, because it is a new track on the calendar this year. So I've done a lot, like I think 15 laps on the circuit to get a bit of an overview of the track. So I could take you guys on the track map and everything, and get you on the hot lap and everything, alongside some of the best racing drivers at IFRL here. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty exciting, new circuit, and it's a pretty easy circuit actually. It's a pretty easy circuit, but it is so easy to invalidate your lap time around here or to get time penalties. That is the worst thing ever around this track. I've noticed that in the time trial already. So yeah, I'm curious to how the drivers will handle that kind of things. Obviously the same format as we're using always in IFRL Racing League. We have a short qualifying followed by a 50% race distance on equal car performance, obviously, to make it more fair for every driver. So that's that once again, I think, of it. Milan needs to pick his car, I think. Not sure if you're ready to go by then, but I've just put it myself a bit through the standings to get an overview and everything. But the two championship leaders, are both not here. Groovy is on a holiday for the next, I don't know how many rounds. She is a championship leader at the moment and will be after tonight's race as well, because the gap is immense. It's literally after 2 rounds only, with a sprint race obviously, but it is such a big gap. I think the gap to Wisburn is also not here tonight, was around 30 points. And the gap from Wisburn to Atmos, who's in 3rd position, who is here tonight, I think it was around 15 points, if I'm not mistaken, 15 points or something. But yeah, I think Atmos can do some serious business for tonight in terms of the championship, with these two drivers not attending, the two championship leaders. So Atmos can do some serious business around the circuit actually, alongside Websy as well. I'm pretty curious to how Websy is going to handle this track tonight. So yeah, we got a message from one of the drivers. Is that a message for me personally? Is there a message in the group? Wait a second. Which car is Milan in? Let's see. Wednesday team allocation. Good question, actually. Let me quickly put up a message to Atmos mates. Let's see. Wednesday group chat. Oh, Milan needs to get an Alfa Romeo, so I'll put that. So, I think that's it. We have Iverspawn joining as well, so we'll have 14 drivers actually. 14 drivers, not the worst actually, not the worst. After last week we had, how many was it last week? 11? 12? There's 2 more than last week because a lot of people are on holidays actually. It is that period of the year once again, obviously, with a lot of people going on holidays and doing this and doing that and everything. So yeah, it's just a time of the year, guys. It's just a time of the year. So I think attendance will go up pretty soon actually. So yeah, that's that covered, I think. I think we're pretty much ready to go here. We're pretty much ready to roll, I think. Yeah. 14 drivers on the grid for tonight here, and I'm gonna quickly give my top 3 for tonight, which I will be doing every single race from now on. I will try to do every single race from now on. Got a tip from someone, try and give a top 3 for every single race, and I'm gonna try to do so right now. It is not easy. It is not easy at all. I'm gonna say Nemesis is gonna win. I'm gonna say, because he's looking really decent this season. I think Tricker will become second, and in third I will put. Third will be Websy, I think. Not sure. I think it will be Nemesis first, Tricker second, and Websy third. I think it will be something like that. Well, something like that in that order. But Atmos is a really good candidate as well, as is Mike, obviously, because I know him from a few other leagues, and I know that he is a really rapid driver as well. So I'm not sure if he is on F1 2023 though. Not even seen him race on this game, but we'll see. Let's just quickly head to the circuit here, and as soon as we get out there, I will quickly grab myself a bit on an outlap, actually, not a bit on an outlap with some of the drivers here, and to get to know the circuit a bit more, because it is a really new circuit on the calendar, guys. It is a really new circuit. So it is the first time for me doing comms on the circuit as well. I know the circuit actually from the MotoGP and everything, so that's much more easier. But yeah, we'll just wait to go on an outlap, and then we'll just give you guys a quick few facts about the circuit, a bit of an overview and everything. We have just a few seconds remaining until Websy readies up, and then we're ready to go here. Let's see, loading is complete, it says to me. It is obviously probably gonna be dry, I'm not sure, but it is most likely gonna be dry because we are once again in the desert. Literally. We have raced so many races at the moment in the desert already, mate. We've done 2 times Abu Dhabi, I think, 1 or 2 times Bahrain, and we're only 3 rounds in. But obviously I do like a bit more of commentating than only the Wednesday League, also the Sunday League and everything. But yeah. Oh, Nemesis is gonna be the first one out on circuit. Let's go on an outlap with him to get to know a bit of the circuit. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Please let me do it. Please. Like this. Yeah. Okay. Let's go on an outlap here, as you're gonna see that this circuit is pretty much every single corner you can most likely just take flat out. It's a really high speed circuit for F1 cars. Really lovely to drive actually, as going towards the slowest corner I think on the circuit here. It is a really bumpy circuit, you're gonna notice that as I'm driving on board with him, and it is a really bumpy circuit, guys. I've noticed it as well. Loads of tire wear, I think, as well. High tire wear on this track, I think, because of the desert and everything. And it is just a very general. It is a pretty high tire wear, I think. These corners you can just take flat out, as Nemesis is showing us right here. You can take these corners flat out. That is not even pushing at the moment, so yeah. You're gonna see the track limits is also a pretty much pain in the ass on this circuit, which I already told you before, but we're gonna go for a first hot lap of the session, which is a bit different obviously than an out lap. Nemesis, is going to start his first hot lap of the evening. It's going to be the first hot lap of the history of IFRL in Qatar. So yeah, that's pretty new. It's pretty interesting. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how is it gonna unfold here, and if it is easy to do comms around here as well. Because Miami, I'm gonna say it just like that, Miami, it was not the easy circuit to do comms on. It was not the easy circuit to do comms on. The camera angles and everything were just not right and everything, I'm not sure. But it was a really hard circuit to do comms on, in my opinion. We're gonna see about Qatar though. It's looking nice so far, but it is a lot of high-speed corners and everything, so... But we get a nice overview at the moment, as Nemesis is... That's not evaluated yet. Don't think he's taking too many risks on the first lap, obviously. So yeah, we're just gonna sit here and see what Nemesis can produce. Like it's showing you here, flat out, all corners, flat out around the circuit as it's going towards that left corner. A bit of braking, but not too much. And now we're going towards the only DRS section on the circuit, which is the straight at the finish line. That is the only DRS thingy at the circuit here. Nemesis is gonna go to 121.4 there, and that is pretty decent lap time actually. 121.4. Really solid lap from him. Who's gonna be the second on the cross finish line? Actually, Striker is on a loud lap, so it's not gonna be him. It is gonna be Atmos, I think. Is it gonna be Atmos? I think it is. Gold Seal is there. Obviously gonna be Atmos, I think. Atmos goes to a 122 dead at the moment. Currently in P2 with that run. Milan goes to 123.0. Put Hurt 123.8 in the McLaren. Currently in P4, but there's a lot of guys coming up actually. Here's Traker coming towards finish line. He's going to a 122.3 on that occasion. Is he on the softs? I think he's on the softs. Yeah, he's on the softs. 122.6 for Cold Steel at the moment. We have Super Saiyan going towards finish line, but that is on mediums. He is going to 124.0, currently going to P7 with that run. As we're going to drive on board with IFRL, who's invalidated his lap time. And that is the proof that it is a really easy circuit to invalidate your lap time on. It is a really easy circuit to do so. And you can see it in with IFRL here, already invalidated in the first lap. So yeah, pretty easy circuit to invalidate. He's gonna start a new hot lap, I can see that. I think Atmos and Gold Seal will be in the pits at the end of this lap. Atmos will. We have a McLaren of Put Hurt, who is probably gonna pit this lap as well. Wapsi's still in the pits. Milan probably pit. Driving boat with Lewis, I think? Yeah, we're going to drive boat with Lewis here in the Alpine. Alpine is currently the leader in the constructors, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, Grovier team, but they are the leaders in the constructors. So pretty much all pressure on Lewis' shoulders at the moment to bring it towards a good end here. As it coming towards only DRS section of the circuit here, he is going to produce a 121.8 and currently goes to P2 with that run in the Alpine. So pretty nice dealing with that pressure as we driving on board with IFRL here. IFRL for his first hot lap of the evening, the second actually, the first one he validated. Not sure how the ERS saving on this circuit is though. I think it is a really tough circuit to... a really easy circuit actually, I would tell you that, like that. A really easy circuit to drain your ERS, I think. It is really easy to do so because there's a lot of the circuit is flat out. So it will be very easy to run out of ERS, I think. And IFRL is gonna go on his first hot lap of the evening towards a 124.6 and goes to P9 with that run. Nemesis, is he starting another hot lap then? No, he's not. He's going... Oh, he wasn't on a hot lap. He did a 121.4 again. But he came just too short. I think it was 400 of a second or something. He came just short on his best provisional pole lap time there. As we gonna drive on board with Fission is on an out lap. Who else we've got here? Look at the Haaston. of Andrea, who is a relatively new driver in the league. Is Andrea? I think it is his first. I think it's the first race that he's gonna drive actually in IFRL. I'm not sure, but I think it is. I think I trialed this guy as well. Trialed this guy with Brixie as well, yeah. But here is coming on his first hot lap for IFRL, as Andrea's gonna start his first hot lap here. Gonna see how that ends in a bit actually. Who else we've got coming up for a quick lap? Nemesis is gonna be in at the end of this lap. I will spawn as well, I think. Yes. Driving on board with Vision then, who was surprisingly, I didn't expect it at all, but he was third in Silverstone at the first round. I remember that he was third in Silverstone, and he did a really good job there. Went for an alternative strategy, really worked out well for him there in the Mercedes, and now he's trying to do the same or even better in Qatar today here in the Wednesday League. Vision is coming towards the finish line. He's coming towards the only DRS section on the circuit. Here he comes in the Mercedes. What is he going to produce? A 1:21.7 and currently goes to a P2 with that run. Currently in P2 with that run. I'm really curious to see what Mike can do as well. Is he going to be as rapid as the past years? I'm not sure. Not sure how much he's driven. Andrea has invalidated his first hot lap here. Is in the pits for some new tires, I think. Who else we got? We're gonna drive him with Mike, I think. Then here he comes in the AlphaTauri. Will it be a good lap from Mike or won't it be? We're gonna see about what his pace is like here. We're just gonna see right now as he's going towards the DRS section here. Deploy is used, it says for me, but a 1:20.8 for Mike. That is a really decent lap time from him. And I already told you before, I know he is a really rapid driver. So I did expect that somehow that he would be up there. 1:20.8 provisionally on pole though with that lap time in the AlphaTauri. And Mike is setting the benchmark pretty high here in the IFRL Race League Wednesday. The first race for Qatar in this league. Let's see what else we've got. Put Hurt is on an outlap. Tricker, we have him right there. I'm gonna drive a boat with then. Cold Steel, I think, actually. Or Atmos. I'm gonna drive a boat with Atmos because they are both on a hot lap and they're right behind each other. They are right behind each other, both on a hot lap. So the two Ferraris, Atmos is giving Cold Steel a bit of a tow there, I think. As they're going towards the finish line. Oh, Cold Steel, there you go, really wide. And has a validate on that run. Atmos, however, goes to 1:21.9, improves by not even a tenth. But it is improvement though. Could be crucial towards the end of qualifying. He stays in P5 for the minute. Traker going towards the finish line. Here comes Traker to a 1:21.7. Currently in P3 with that run. Just in front of Vision. What else we've got here? What else we've got here? I think Websy. Websy is right there. I thought that Websy was the other one, but the other one is Millen, I think, was on an outlap. Yeah. Yeah. That's him on an outlap. Now we have the McLaren of Put Hurt, who is improving in this lap. Put Hurt with 6.5 minutes on the clock. He is coming towards a lap time of 1:22.6. Currently goes into P8 in the run in the McLaren. Here you have Super Saiyan going towards the finish line on the softs right now, and 1:22.8 for him on that occasion. The Hearts of Andrea starting another lap, just try and get a time in there. We have Cold Steel who has a validated once again. Like I said before, really easy to do so around here. Really easy to just, just invalidate it. Just put it like that. Pretty easy, but pretty straightforward, I think. Websy is on a hot lap. What's Websy gonna produce? A 1:21.8. Currently goes to P6 with that run. And is right in the middle of the pack, right there. He's right there. So we're gonna see what he can do on his last attempt in a few minutes. Andrea, we have him right here. Put Hurt is gonna pit this lap, I'm pretty sure of that. As he doesn't have any ERS to use, so pointless to stay out. We're gonna drive him both with Andrea. What's his pace gonna be like? He has decent pace, you know. I know he has decent pace. I've raced him in trials and he wasn't that bad. It was literally decent. So we're gonna see what his lap time is gonna be like here in the Haas. As he's coming towards the finish line, DRS wide open on the Haas. As he goes to a lap time of a 1:21.4 and currently is 0.004 of a second in front of Nemesis there. So he's right up there in the Haas. As Andrea has rated a really good debut already in IFRL Racing League here on the Wednesday League. We have the other alpha of Websy who's in the pits. Lewis is coming towards the pit. Oh, Lewis! What was that? What was that? As we have Vision, who's on an out lap. He's gonna do another hot lap pretty soon around here. Same with Iverspawn. Milan is the hot lap, I think. Yeah, we're gonna drive him both with the other Alfa Romeo. The team in the Flapsy because of Milan. What is he gonna produce in the Alfa Romeo here as he's coming towards the last corner of the circuit, and then the DRS will be wide open straight after on the white line you guys can see. DRS open. And what is lap time gonna be like? He is gonna improve though, but goes to 1:21.1, and currently in P9 with that run. So this Alfa Romeo in P7 and P9 at the moment. The Haas of Andrea comes towards the pits. Can be proud of that lap time actually, but can he improve? Is there still room for improvement in that Haas? We'll find out pretty soon if he's gonna come out once more or not, as the two Ferraris are right behind each other once again. I no doubt they're in a party together. Pretty sure these guys are in a party together. Oh, I'm gonna drive him board with Vision because he's on a hot lap actually. We're driving on board with Vision. What is the lap time of the Mercedes gonna be like? Is he gonna be up there? Is he going to be up there once again in the Mercedes? Gonna find out really soon, right now. Here comes Vision towards the finish line. Is he going to threaten Mike's lap time? Well, 1:21.3 for Vision and currently goes to P2 with that run. So Vision up to P2 at the minute. Milan is coming towards the pits. Who is on an out lap? Lewis is gonna start another hot lap pretty soon in the Alpine, but the two Ferraris, they are both on a hot lap right now. Both Atmos and Cold Steel are on a hot lap at the minute. So here's Atmos coming. Actually taking on board with a drive, like literally on board with them. Gonna see what this lap time is gonna be like here around this circuit. This is how it looks like when you drive actually in the game. That's my view that I drive always wet. Pretty much can take flat out here. Could have taken a bit more speed in that corner actually. Could Atmos? Could take it a bit more wider I think. Get a bit more speed in it. But don't forget, it is also Atmos' birthday, so everyone who's not congratulated him, congratulate him in the chat or in the Discord and everything, because he's the league owner, the league founder, and he is his birthday today. So hopefully he can do something. Hopefully he can do something right now. Can put in the show something on 21.8, currently into P6, Gold Seal 121.22.5. Currently P11, and everyone is coming out once again apart from Vision, who was already out. And yeah, we're gonna see about it. Put Hurt on an out lap. Who else we got? Now it's gonna be really tough to follow. We're gonna drive about Lewis or Iverspawn. Not sure. Where's Iverspawn? Oh, he's right there. No, it's gonna be Lewis. Okay, driving on board with Lewis right here. What is he gonna do here? Is he gonna improve on his personal best, or is he not gonna improve? Gonna find out really shortly. Oh, that isn't a validation. That isn't a validation on the last corner. It is like that. It is that easy to do it around the circuit. It is that easy to invalidate your lap time. The Alfa Romeo comes to finish line, but the Alfa Romeos are both on out laps. As Atmos and Cold Steel are both not gonna have the time to set another lap time in, I think. So, next up. In the Mercedes is going to be Iverspawn. Is he going to improve from that shows his lap time is going to be competitive. He's not on the pit, so I think might get a run. We'll see about it. Here comes Iverspawn towards the finish line. Can he improve on his own personal best 124.6? Yes, he can 124.5. Stays in the same place and will start from the back of the grid there in the Mercedes. Who else will come up next? That is Glorious Striker. Glorious Striker currently on 22.4 in the Red Bull. What can he produce here in his final attempt? Here comes Glorious Striker towards the finish line. And next up we'll have Nemesis straight after. Glorious Striker 122.3. Nemesis straight after to a 120.8. And Nemesis provisionally on pole position. But here comes Mike. Mike is coming towards the finish line as well. Who else we've got? Tricker can't improve on his lap time. Mike, was it going to be Nemesis or Mike? Because it's really close here. Mike or Nemesis? It is going to be Mike though, with a 120.7. A 120.7 from Mike. He takes pole by just under 400 of a second or something. 400 of a second. And then the gap to Vision is like half a second. So Mike and Nemesis dominating this qualifying session actually, and taking the first two spots here on the grid for tonight's Grand Prix. What about that, guys? What about that? That was really close once again between the first couple of drivers on the grid. So I'm really curious to see what the race will bring us, man. This is gonna be a really awesome race, I think. Really awesome race is gonna be. This is Mike who takes pole by 36 thousandths of a second on Nemesis. That is nothing in it. Then we have Vision with 5/10 down at P3, Andrea P4, P5 for FC, P6 Striker, P7 for Atmos, P8 for Lewis, P9 for Milan, P10 for Glorious Striker, P11 for Super Saiyan, 12 goals to 30 put hurt, and for the back of the grid, we'll have Iverspawn. We'll start from the back of the grid, guys. The race will start in, I think, just a minute or something, guys. So don't go anywhere and enjoy the race in advance. We're waiting for everyone to ready up and everything, but don't ready up just yet, guys. If you're in the stream, don't do it just yet. Give everyone a bit time to set up the strategies actually and that kind of stuff. So just give everyone a bit of time. We'll be underway pretty shortly with this race, and I still haven't got the time to eat something, man. Some strawberries next to me here, but yeah, didn't really have the time to do so at the minute. Will be no formation lap, guys. I think there won't be a formation lap, so prepare for that, please. Don't get caught up surprised because we haven't got a formation lap on, I think. Quickly plugging in my cell phone so I can see the chat if someone is typing something or something like it. So I'm gonna do it like this. So I'm ready for the race, guys. You tell me, were you ready? I'm ready for it. It's taking pretty long actually. Pretty respectful. Oh, we're on the way almost, guys. We're almost on the way. As it is gonna be lights out right now. And let's see, the telemetry and everything will be up. But who takes the thingy hit? It is gonna be Mike who takes first. Oh, the contact! And Vision gets spun around here in the first corner already in Qatar. Yeah, like I said before, it is a track everyone still needs to get to know a bit. How can you race on this track against each other? Nobody does know, I think. So this is gonna be pretty entertaining actually. Here we have a nice overview, the first two drivers. Oh, there is really big contact between some of the drivers there. Yeah. That was Cold Steel, breaking himself a bit, the thing there, and everyone just running him to the back of him. Let's see how, look at the first two drivers. Mike and Nemesis are 2.5 seconds away. We're not even a lap in. But the first two drivers have checked out, as Traker is gonna try and launch an attack on Andrea here, to keep the damage a bit limited on the first two drivers that are leading the Grand Prix here. We have a really nice battle here between... Oh, that Alpine is going really wide of Lewis there. That's going really, really wide. Nemesis and Vision are leading this Grand Prix here as Tricker is making the move towards the inside of Andrea. Can he make the move stick? Or can't he? They are right next to each other coming up to turn 1. Is there gonna be contact or not? I don't think there is. Oh, gets pushed up really wide, Andrea. And gets into P6, drops down to P6. Wapsie getting up to P5, Lewis getting up to P4. This is a very entertaining race so far. This is the kind of race we've hoped to see. Lewis on the inside of Tricker as he is coming towards the third position. No, Tricker takes back that third position. Straight after this, Nemesis on the inside. A bit of contact between Nemesis and Lewis. Gets pushed out a bit. Why by Wapsie there? Wapsie, what can you do? Can you make it stick or not? Yes, he can. He is up to P4 and Lewis is down to P5 now on this occasion. As we have Super Saiyan closing in as well, right behind Atmos. What a first 2 laps this have been, guys. It is literally entertaining here with 29 laps of this racing for you guys to offer. So this is gonna be nuts. Oh, and here there are 2 people coming together. If I was spawn or put hurt, they are coming together. And is it gonna cost something or not? I hope it isn't. I hope it isn't. No, it won't cause anything for the minute. Andrea in the pits. Has he picked up some damage then? Picked up some damage. Mike sets the fastest lap, but Nemesis is within DRS range still. So it's not over here yet, as Tricker and Wapsie are having a lovely battle here. The battle for P3 and P4. Oh, Tricker's round! Tricker is round! Tricker is round in the Williams. And what has happened there? Has Wapsie maybe touched the rear a little, or has Tricker just made that error by himself? I'm not sure what happened there, but Tricker is down to P9. And this is a circuit everyone still needs to get to know a bit. But you can see it, you literally just can't see it, that everyone is just looking. Yeah, where can we race? How wide can we go? How can we go next to each other on some corners or not? That are some of the thingies, some of the questions that are obviously being asked by the drivers. But we have a lovely battle here between Atmos and Super Saiyan in the battle for P5 between the Ferrari and the Williams driver here on track. We haven't even had the time to look at the strategies, but here we have them. The first 4 drivers are on the hards. Then we have Atmos, Super Saiyan, Vision and Goldsteel on mediums, Tricky and Put Hurt on the hards. Icepawn and Drea on mediums, Middle is on softs, the only one on softs actually, at the minute, he's fitted already. And Glorious Striker is on the medium compound. That are the different strategies for tonight here. Super Saiyan is sending it nice side to side with Atmos here. Can he make a move on the outside of the Ferrari? Yes, he can. Lovely move for Super Saiyan, and he goes up to P5 on this occasion. Awesome overtake from Super Saiyan. This was 1 to clip, I think. But literally 1 that will clip later on, I'm pretty sure of it. On the league owner as well, as we have Vision, who is making his way up back to the grid after a turn 1 incident there. And we have, the moment I say incident, we see Andrea having a moment, or maybe just touching someone, I'm not sure what's happened there. Put Hurt gets the first track limits time penalty of 3 seconds to his name. And we've entered lap 4 of the 29, and the first 2 drivers are already up by 7.5 seconds. What about that? Lewis gets also a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. It is really easy to do so around here, so I would watch out for that. I would really watch out for that. It's really easy to do so, and if you can avoid them, oh, another 3 seconds for Put Hurt. That's really short after each other. Super Saiyan on the inside of Websy. On the inside of Websy he goes in the Williams. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he can. He's up to P4. He's up to P4. Super Saiyan driving a lovely race so far. But can he keep it on track? Because in the last few races I've commentated and which he drives in, almost every time he spins or makes contact with someone. So yeah, just gonna see if he's gonna be able to keep it together right now, or if he isn't. The first 2 drivers, nothing to separate those 2 here between Mike and Nemesis. 7/10 of a second between them, but no battle so far between them. As Atmos and Vision are having a nice scrap here in a battle for P6 and P7, as we've entered lap 5. And Vision is gonna try and overtake Atmos on the inside, the outside, sorry, and he goes up to P6 in the Mercedes. Vision is having a lovely race after that spin. Websy, first 3 seconds to his name. That's gonna really affect this race result at the minute. He's gonna drop down 2 places with that currently. Goes really wide again there. Oh, and Atmos goes wide as well. This is not easy to do so here. Not an easy circuit at those track limits. Goldsteel is spinning already. I'm not sure what's happened with him there, but Goldsteel in the pits. That seems to pick up some damage actually. That's Vision and Websy really close to each other. There is damage on Goldsteel's front wing. There's damage on his front wing, and that's why he is pitted in the Ferrari. Not a strategy, he just couldn't do something else, could he? Vision looking really racy behind Websy, and there is Atmos right at his tail as well. So what is this gonna bring us, guys? Put Hurts not at 3 seconds, man. That's already totaled up to 9, I think, and we're only 6 laps in. Gonna be a long race for him then, in terms of time penalties. Oh Vision, oh Vision, oh Vision, what do you do? What are you doing? That was a bit of outbraking once again, and he lost a position once again with that mistake. It's maybe pushing it a bit too far, I'm not sure, or doesn't really know the circuit, but he has the pace around here, it's really fast, but he needs to keep out those errors and everything, he needs to just kick that out. But Nemesis, oh look at him right at the tail of Mike now in a battle for P1 and P2. Those 2 are really battling it out here. Put Hurt is another track limits warning, another time penalty to his name. That's already totaled up to 12, I think. Already his total being up to 12 seconds of time penalties, man. That is actually insane after 7 laps. But Nemesis and Mike are battling out. Vision is right at the tail of Atmos once again. He runs again at the tail of Atmos. Let's see what he can do here in the Mercedes. Coming towards the slowest corner of the circuit here. Really nice to, really nice knob, but really easy to spin out there to do a bit of a spinala. But yeah. Vision, what are you gonna try and do here, Nemesis? Can he finally launch an attack on Mike? Because he is right on his tail for 7 laps already, but he just isn't close enough to make a move, you know. He just can't get that move, and Websy is total is up to 6 seconds of time penalties now after getting hit with another 3-second time penalty. And Nemesis is not gonna make a move once again. He's right at the tail. Luckily to be with a DRS actually, but Vision is gonna launch an attack on Atmos here. We'll take him easily with the ERS he has and Atmos has. Atmos has 28%, Vision has, well, it was like 70, but is using a lot of it right now in the Mercedes. Doesn't need to do that actually, to use that lot of ERS. If you get past him, you get past him, but don't like use too much ERS on that thing. Milan, another 3 seconds. Is it the first 3 seconds of the evening? That's gonna be his first 3 seconds of the evening there. Nemesis is looking. He's trying as hard as he can to be at Mike's tail, but he can't keep it within his tail, but he can't make a move. He just can't make that move stick at the moment in the Aston Martin. Here we have Vision still. He is fast Atmos, but it's right at the tail of Websy now, who has a 6 seconds though. It would hurt his total time penalties up to 15 seconds. 15 seconds of time penalties to his name already after only we've entered lap 9. Trick gets a 3-second for motor warnings. Nemesis is really close, but the question is not who will get a time penalty. The question is who won't get a time penalty. That's the better question to ask yourself here. But Vision getting up to P5 after overtaking Websy there. Real nice move, and he's going to take it on the inside of Super Saiyan. He tries to go 2 for 1 on the straight, but he can't keep that move stick there on Super Saiyan. We closed the door on the Mercedes driver. Really nicely closed that door, so he couldn't make a move there. But the battle between P1 and P2 is on, but the gap to P3 already being 10.5 seconds. That says a lot about the first 2 drivers, doesn't it? Being that rapid, it is literally insane. Vision driving on board with him here. On board actually. Lewis gets another 3 seconds to his name. I think the total up to 6, I think. But here we have Vision. Look at this. We're gonna try and what with him? Look at this. He's gonna take this flat out. You can take these corners flat out if you want. Look at this. Every single thing flat out. Just a bit of throttle pedal and that's it. Look at this left-hander. A bit, not even on the brakes, but on the throttle pedal. This is, yeah, really high-speed circuit. Let's just tell it like that. Nemesis, oh mate, you just can't get past Mike, can you? It is so frustrating, I think, as Vision is up to P4 on that occasion, and he is driving a very decent race at the minute, going back from P14 on the grid. He's now up to P4 already, and we have still 19 or 20 laps to be driven, guys. So still a long race to go for him. Can he maybe get Lewis back? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to get him back. He has a 6-second time penalty to his name, you know. So you never know. You never know what it's gonna be like after a few laps. Oh, Nemesis, now you're really close. Now you are really close of Mike. Now you are within 3/10. Keep it like that for the straight, and maybe we'll have a change for the lead. Let's see, we're coming towards the last corner. Is he gonna be able? Is he gonna be able to get towards him and to make a move? We're gonna see. We're gonna see here. Nemesis down the inside he goes of Mike. Can he make the move stick on the Alpha Tauri? Yes, he can. He's up to P1. Oh, this is going really racy here between these two. It's getting heated a bit, and Nemesis takes the lead of the Grand Prix, but Mike is right at his tail. Right at his tail. In case you're making an error, he'll be right there. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this race is gonna unfold. We're 11 laps on the way, and those two, there's nothing to separate those two drivers. Nothing to separate them. But yeah, we will create that 1 second gap to the other driver, or won't take really another 1 second to another driver, because it's gonna be really insane here this racing. This is gonna be really close. I think this is going all the way towards the end unless one of the two drivers makes a mistake or they come together or something. But I don't see them doing that, given they're both really good drivers. So here we have the Aston Martin going towards the straight. As Mike, is he gonna get? Is he gonna make a move? He's a bit far off in my opinion though. He is a bit far off. Nemesis is gonna take that inside line once again, and Mikey is gonna try and send it on the outside, but can't make a move on this occasion. Nemesis stays in the lead of the Grand Prix in the Aston Martin. Whilst we've got battles on track, Tricker and Atmos are battling it out here. Tricker is probably gonna launch an attack here in a battle for P7 that is. He has a 3 seconds to his name though, so that will affect his race result at the minute, with Atmos not having one. Tricker up to P7 in that run. In the Williams up to P7. Back to the battle for the leads then, between those two drivers. As Glorious Striker has retired from the session in the last corner. And that has caused a first safety car of the evening in Qatar here. Oh my god, now it's gonna get really interesting. What, those two drivers up front being up by 15 seconds, this gap is not gonna be 15 seconds again. It's gonna be everyone is gonna be back each other once again. It's gonna be behind the safety car. So there's gonna be an entire new race now. And so this is really about to getting unfold here on the circuit here in Losail in Qatar. Who's pitting? Yeah, they're both pitting, I think, for... It's probably gonna be like mediums. Who will go to what tire? Who will go to what tire? That's gonna be a very interesting thing to see. Who will stay out? Who will go into pits? I think everyone will pitting. Nemesis mediums. Mike mediums. Lewis probably mediums. Lewis going to mediums. Vision. He is probably going to go to the hard alongside Super Saiyan. Hard's ready for him. Hard's ready for Super Saiyan, I think. Super Saiyan, here he comes. Towards the hearts, I think. Yes, towards the hearts. Websy mediums. Traker probably mediums. Atmos probably hearts. Put her probably mediums. Milan probably mediums, I suppose, or hearts, and all the rest are gonna go to hearts, I think. Put hurt, here he comes, towards the mediums, I think, to softs. Put her towards softs. I'm not sure if that's gonna work out, but okay. Andrea towards mediums, Milan mediums, ISO mediums, and Gold Steel towards the hard compound. Those are the different strategies for tonight's Grand Prix here after the first safety car. This is about to get really interesting really soon here, guys. We're almost halfway through this Grand Prix here in the Wednesday League, round 3 of the first season here in Qatar. I think next week we have Sandford, if I'm not mistaken, in the Wednesday League. It's sprint race around Sandford, I think it is next week in the Wednesday League. And the Sunday League maybe even as well, I think, I'm not sure. On the Monday League we had it last week, Sandford, yeah, this week, sorry, this week. 2 days ago. But yeah, sitting by the safety car, guys, which is probably gonna be out for one more lap, maybe two, depending on when everyone will make it back in time behind the safety car. But I think it will be one more lap behind the safety car, and hopefully afterwards we'll be underway with racing once again. Qatar Airways obviously a sponsor in Qatar there. Obviously, we're in the middle of the desert, and we haven't had rain so far in any of the leagues, I think, in IFRL. Because it comes for Sundays, it comes for Wednesdays, a race on Mondays, and not a single raindrop, I think, so far. Not a single raindrop we've had so far. I think the drivers will be happy about it, actually. I think they will be really happy about that. But, yeah. Got wing damage on lap 1, so struggling with keeping on the lines. Mate, you got wing damage on lap 1. I didn't even realize. Didn't even see you got wing damage on lap 1. Probably in the start or something. Oh, it was with that thingy with Goldsteel hitting the back of someone, then someone hitting the back of him, the driver behind hitting the back of him as well. So yeah, I think that is the way you got that wing damage then, probably. Pretty messed up though. Pretty messed up, but yeah, you're still in there. The 6 seconds of time penalties. I think almost everyone will get time penalties, so shouldn't affect the race that much. But that 6 seconds is pretty harsh, I think. If you just kept it on 3, it would be just good, but 6, yeah. I think that will affect the races on the end though, but by how much, I can't tell at the minute. Can't tell at the minute. If you could predict the future, I was not commentating. Let's just say it like that. If we could predict the future, I was not here doing comms. So, but safety could probably end this lap. But safety could be in this lap. Let me eat a strawberry. Quickly to just eat something. Wait. One more lap or not? One more lap or not? One more lap or not? Yes, one more lap. We are behind the safety car for one more lap. I thought it was the end of that with this lap because everyone almost is behind the safety car, but it decides to stay out for one more lap that really everyone can join back behind them. So yeah, entering lap 15, being the third lap now behind the safety car. Hopefully it will be in this lap actually. This lap, I'm assuring you, this lap it will be in. I was spawned at Coldsteel taking each other? What's happening there? Not sure what's happening there though, but okay. Will we see Nemesis and Mike flying off once again like they did in the start of the actual race? In the start? We'll see about that in a minute here. Safety car going really slow obviously though in the Aston Martin. Battery is charged for everyone. So you get a really nice overview of the actual circuit of Loza Hill here. It's a really nice circuit in my opinion. I've driven the track. I think 10-15 laps I've done just before the race. I really enjoyed it. I'm just gonna say it, but I think it is one of my favorite tracks in the game. It is literally one of my favorite tracks in the game. It is so satisfying to drive. Really easy to get time penalties, but it is really satisfying to drive around Loza Hill in my opinion. I think the drivers will experience that as well at the minute, but yeah, really awesome circuit actually, not gonna lie. Being an absolute classic in the MotoGP as well, I know that. There's an absolute classic circuit on the calendar, which is B, and hopefully it will be a classic circuit on the F1 calendar as well. Safety car is in this lap. We get the notification from race control that the safety car is in this lap, and we have 14 more laps of actual racing hopefully for you guys to cover here. Nemesis, we're gonna drive on board with him. When is he deciding to give it a go? Where will he launch the Aston Martin? Will he do it just before the corner? Will he do it just after the corner? We'll have to wait and see here. We are here now in the thing. Is he gonna launch it? Yeah, he went for it. He went for it there on the corner, but Mikey saw that from miles away. He saw that coming from miles away there. And a really good restart for Mike, but as we have Websy on the inside of Super Saiyan already, and Tricker put her and Atmos up next to each other. Here comes Web Super Saiyan, really awesome move from them. Then we have put her a bit wide there in the McLaren. Andrea on P9 keeping them within the lines at the moment, really good to see. But the first two are not getting off that easy this time though. Not getting away with it that easily on this occasion. The gap is not already 2.5 seconds. I was before. Tricker has made an error or come together with Atmos or something, I think, with Super Saiyan actually, with his teammate. The both Williamses are down the back of the grid. Have they come together then? The two Williamses. Oh man, that would be absolutely terrifying if they would have come together. We'll know after the race. We've probably seen in the chat if there's something to say to each other. But here we have the battle for the lead unfolding once again between Nemesis and Mike. And we have still 13 more laps of racing here to cover for you guys. Lewis is in the tail as well. And Vision and Websy are following closely behind as well. We have 5 leaders actually at the minute. 5 people battling for the lead at the minute, with the first 2 of them not having time penalties to their names, and all the rest having time penalties to their names. So, what is it gonna be like here? Is it gonna really be getting unfolded here? Is it gonna really unfold on the circuit in Qatar? Here we have the battle. Here we can see how close everyone is to each other. Really awesome view actually to get for you guys here. Driving on board with Lewis here. You can see the point of view of the drivers here. As Nemesis is finally looking for that race win in the IFRL Racing League here. And can he do it tonight maybe? Mike gets a 3 seconds! Mike gets a 3-second time penalty to his name. And Nemesis is gonna have a laugh with that, I think. And he just needs to keep it within the lines now. And he will win this race. It's as easy as that. It sounds really easy, but it is not, I can assure you. But yeah. What we get here? Put her another 3 seconds, man. That is absolutely insane. But what is it going to be like here? Is DRS already been enabled or not? I don't think it is it? No, I think it is. No DRS for the minute. Here comes Mike down the outside of Nemesis, but can't make a move. He's gonna try to switch it back at him, but can't make that mistake so far. Close striker left the session, yeah, obviously. If you retire, but it's really unfolding here. It is really unfolding as Lewis is right out the back of Mike now. Lewis looking really sharp as well on the Alpine. The replacement of the teammate, not sure the teammate or replacement of Tangy of Grovey, was won every single race she's taken part in. But tonight is a different breed at the minute. It is literally insane. With the top 5 within 1.5 seconds of each other. The top 5 are within 1.5 seconds of each other here. Whoa, Whoopsie, another 3 seconds. That is his total up to 9, and that will really affect this race result. that will really affect this race result in the end. I'm pretty sure of that. 9 seconds is a lot. Mike down the inside of Nemesis, taking the lead of the Grand Prix once again on track, but not with the time penalties. He will need to create a gap of 3 seconds toward Nemesis, and that is going to be a really tough thing to do. He really needs to take risks then, and if he takes risks, he's probably going to get another 3 seconds. So we're going to see how this one is going to unfold here. Driving bot with Vision here, getting hits point of view a bit in. And Websy. Look at how close they are to each other, man. This is absolutely insane. Oh, that sound is awful. That sound was awful. Mate, have you heard that? It was literally awful, that sound. Battle still unfolding as the top 5 are still within 2 seconds of each other. But Nemesis need to watch out. Mike has created a 6 tenths gap towards Nemesis. Milan retired from this session. What has happened with him? Oh, contact! Mike and Nemesis, I think that was. I'm not sure what I saw, but I was really looking at Milan that retired. But there goes Mike down the back of the grid, down to P7. And Nemesis is now getting attacked by Lewis on the inside. All unfolding here in Qatar. That's what we need here to get an actual proper race. Is this moment you need in a race. Drake and Colesley are having a nice scrap as well in the battle for P8 and P9. Here we have Nemesis still in the second spot at the minute, but he has provision winning the Grand Prix after time penalties. You will need to keep it between the lines though in the Aston Martin, as the danger is that's probably maybe gonna be another safety car. You never know. You never know. 2 drivers we have retired from the race so far, and then all the rest still in. 12 drivers still racing. Traker gets another 3 seconds added to his name. Oh, that was an error, I think, from Traker, wasn't it? Nemesis is looking really racy by Lewis. He wants to get that move stake as soon as possible. It's gonna probably happen on the next straight, on that straight with DRS. Vision and Websy are right behind as well. The top 4 within a second. The top 4 are within a second of each other. This is looking really insane here. Look at this. Top 4 within a second. As Nemesis is going to take it down. Oh, went outside inside then. Here he comes on the inside of Lewis then. As Vision is coming towards the outside. Can he make a move on Nemesis? No, he can't. There's Websy coming as well. Tricker has decided to retire from the session in the pits. So that is his race really not getting along well there. He is retired. Decided to call the day. That points away for him in the championship. Left the session immediately afterwards as well. Changed to CB8 or something, which couldn't be asked for to drive on this circuit again. But yeah, really didn't was a best race for him on that occasion though. I can assure you that. Lewis leading the Grand Prix at the minute on track, but Nemesis is leading the Grand Prix virtually actually after the time penalties and everything. Couldn't keep my words, man. Oh, Lewis, that is really wide. That is another 3 seconds. That is another 3 seconds to his name. It's total up to 12 seconds of time penalties. That is really a killer here. But Qatar is a time penalty killer. It is absolutely insane. Vision. Here comes Vision. What is happening with Vision here in the Mercedes, who takes 2 positions on the straight, and he goes virtually to lead of the Grand Prix. But a time penalty to his name as well. And Nemesis is still stuck behind Lewis. Now, can Vision create a gap between him and Lewis to get a bit of the pressure on Nemesis? We're seeing about it right now here, guys, as we have 7.5 laps to cover for you guys. 7.5 laps to go. what will happen here in Qatar towards the end of the Grand Prix on the Losail circuit in the desert of Qatar. Vision is not being able to create a big enough gap. 4/10 only now, the gap between him and Lewis and Nemesis, and the Websy is right behind as well with a 9-second time penalty actually. Put her to get another 3 seconds. What's his total actually like? What is it like? 27 seconds? I think he's about to get disqualified. 27 seconds. That is actually nuts. Here we have Nemesis. Is he going to be able to send a move on Lewis? Is using that ERS right now. He really needs to get past him as soon as possible. Can he get past him? Down the inside. Probably throws it on the outside. Yes, he will. Down to the inside once again. Nemesis is up to P2. Overtaking Lewis on track here. Lewis is not having that and is trying to launch an attack back at Nemesis. And yeah. Oh, wheel spin for Lewis. Pushing a bit too far on track here. Websy is already being a P4 for I don't know how many laps since the safety car restart. He's watching this from a distance. Hopefully that one of these guys will make mistakes and he will get that position and probably yeah, get 9 seconds because his time penalty is on 9 seconds at the moment. But Andrea gets, I think, provisionally a podium spot, you know. Without time penalties, he will probably get that podium spot. And that will be a debut podium spot, and that will be absolutely insane from the Haas driver. We haven't talked about that much, but that is actually nuts what he's doing right now. As we're gonna enter lap 24, is Nemesis gonna take the lead of the Grand Prix on track as well? Not at the minute, not at the minute. Staking behind Vision, not taking the risk. 6 laps to go, guys, of this wonderful racing here in Qatar on the Losail circuit. Put has been disqualified from the session for receiving multiple penalties. He has told it before, he was about to get disqualified, got one more, and now he's disqualified from the session here. It's Put. He will finish last in this race after being disqualified, even after the DNFs. Yellow flag on that spot, that's been cleared, that's good. Vision is looking insane. He is feeling himself really well at the circuit. 3 seconds of time penalties only to his name. And 7/10 the gap from him to Nemesis. He is pushing this Mercedes to the inner best, and he's trying to really create a gap with Nemesis now, but Nemesis is having none of that. He is having literally none of that, and his Aston Martin is right at the tail of the Mercedes, as we are going to enter the final 5 laps of the Grand Prix here in Qatar. What else is there to cover? We have still 10 drivers who are actually racing on the circuit at the minute. Atmos and Websy are going to gain some points back on the 2 leaders in the championship. Mike, another 3 seconds to his name. That is not good. Going to be good for his result in the end. Ooh, Vision was a bit too close on the curb, I think. Then lost a bit of time to Nemesis. Getting a bit under pressure from the Aston Martin driver. Hopefully won't make that error once again, because Nemesis is living for these kind of moments actually. Taking this flat out once again, probably in the Aston Martin. Yeah, look at this. Literally just flat out there. Flat out towards all of these corners. But we have had a wonderful race to cover for you guys so far. In my opinion, one of the best of the season that we have covered so far. So that is really nice to see. Abu Dhabi was awesome as well. Obviously, the battle between this time. Yeah, I think it was between Grovey and Denis Ivanov. That battle wasn't that on Wednesday League. Nemesis is not taking risks. He's not taking risks right now. He just wants to get that win, stick it behind his vision, and just get that win. On track maybe, but not necessary. Just want to get that win, I think. Would be a really awesome performance for him. After starting P2 and getting beat out by, what is it, a few hundredths of a second on Mike. I think the two came together at just the corner, the penultimate corner thing of the circuit. Came together on that corner, and Mike has lost a lot of time with that. His pace was there, but not the luck on his side today here in IFRL Racing League. As to diving bot Websy a bit as well here, as he's most likely looked to launch an attack on Lewis finally. Doesn't have to get it done because his time penalty is 9 seconds, Lewis his is 12 seconds. So just per info, that I'm just saying this, just a bit of information behind that for the drivers as well if they're listening to us stream. We're gonna enter the final 3 laps here of racing in Qatar. Websy making an overtake on Lewis, making the move stick on track after being entire race behind him. He's finally made that move stick on the Alpine driver, and he is up to P3 on track here. Let's see what's gonna unfold. The first 4 within, what is it, 2.5 seconds? The first 4 drivers within 2.5 seconds. And there's still only 3 laps to be driven. 2.5 actually, so really close grid. Really awesome to see actually. That it is every single week so close. So yeah, awesome. Awesome thing to see actually. There's still a battle gonna fall between Lewis and Websy, I think, but Nemesis is not gonna take that risk to overtake Vision. Maybe make contact and getting that finished by his race. Hopefully, he won't bottle it, because on previous Wednesday he literally bottled that win. He literally did bottle it. Looked so insane, looked so rapid and everything, but just bottled that with a wrong strategy call. And yeah. Hopefully he won't do that once again tonight. He has got the right strategy. And Nemesis is taking it towards the inside. He is taking it towards the inside now of Vision. In the battle for the lead on track. Racing with the Mercedes driver. Is that a risk? He is not taking that risk. You see, you could just can see that. Oh, that was a bit wide. And that was an unnecessary risk in my opinion. So he just doesn't have to take risks, man. He literally has to win at the minute. He has to win on his hands. He just can't let it slip, you would say, but we all know Nemesis, he is capable of doing that. So hopefully this won't happen again here, like it did in Abu Dhabi. Mike is closing in on Andrea, but has a 6-second time but something to his name, so will not get past Andrea in the end. And Andrea has not been talked about enough. He will get that podium spot at the minute. He will get a podium spot in his first race in IFRL Racing League. That is an absolutely insane result from the Haas driver. Keeping it clean, keeping it on track, that is the best thing you can do in a race, like Nemesis did as well, keeping it between the lines. And yeah. Awesome race so far. Nemesis is now made the move on track in the last lap on Vision. Made that move stake. Lewis and Lewis and Websy are having a nice scrap in the last lap as well. Websy moving it back up to P3. But we've entered the final lap as I will spawn. As May has a shocker in the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. He has made a shocker. on that fast left-hander, I think that is. Yeah, the fast left-hander. You can take almost flat out as well if you want. But we are gonna drive on board. It's most likely gonna be our race winner here in Qatar. Our first winner of the Qatar Grand Prix ever in the IFRL Racing League. Never driven a Grand Prix before, I think, on this circuit, if I'm not mistaken. So he is gonna be the first one to do so. Is Nemesis. Really honor for him. And I think we can write that down right now, can't we? Just need to take this final corner really nicely, and he's there. Nemesis is gonna be a race winner in the IFRL Racing League, and he takes the win here in Qatar in the Loza Hill circuit. Vision will finish in P2, P3 will be there for Andrea, I think, won't it? Andrea finishes on the podium in the Haas with Websy in P4. Atmos moving up into P5, getting a really decent result for the championship alongside Websy. Mike will finish the P6 after we having a bit of not having a bit of luck on his side today. Lewis will end in the P7, and Cold Steel would finish in 8, and then we're just waiting for Super Saiyan and Iverspawn to cross the finish line here in Qatar. Here we have Super Saiyan who will finish the race in P9. In the Williams, his teammate didn't make it towards the finish line, did Tricker. And I'm just waiting for Iverspawn. Just waiting for Iverspawn here. Whenever he can get towards the finish line, it will be right now, I think. Yes, there he comes. Iverspawn finished in P10, and he's our last finisher of tonight's Grand Prix. Driver of the day, Vision, yeah, my opinion as well. Really awesome race from him. You must know that he literally came back from the back of the grid. He literally made an error on turn 1, lap 1, and yeah, he just made it somehow to P2. And Nemesis is celebrating the victory in Qatar here tonight in the IFRL Racing League. The champagne bottles are open here, and they are celebrating the win. Aston Martin, awesome result from the team, awesome result with them. Then we have Andrea as well joining it in the Haas. Really awesome to keep it between the lines and finish in P3, getting all a bit of a I don't even know. I'm lost for words. I'm literally lost for words. I'm literally talking too much. But it is Nemesis who takes the win tonight here in the Grand Prix of Qatar. Vision will finish in P2, P3 for Andrea, P4 for Websy, P5 for Atmos, P6 for Mike, P7 for It's Lewis, 8 will be Cold Steel, 9 Super Saiyan, 10 Iverspawn, and unfortunately Tricker, Milan, Glory Strike and Putter didn't make it towards the finish line. So that was it for tonight's Grand Prix, guys. I would like to thank you all for watching. Make sure to look it back once again. We have the time for it because it was a really awesome stream, really awesome racing between all the drivers. And I'll see you guys on Sunday on next Wednesday. So yeah, have a wonderful evening, have a wonderful day tomorrow once again, like I always say. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time around. Peace out, guys.